You cannot trust a man. You can't. You trust marriage. When you're married, you don't need love from your husband. You need your husband's love. Make sense?
No, again.
You don't need love from your husband. You need your husband's love. A mother doesn't need love from her children. If a mother needs love from her children, she is very immature, and those poor children are going to suffer. Let's put it
יכולה
very,
ליהנות מהאהבה שלהם, אבל היא לא צריכה את האהבה שלהם. לא לשם כך היא פועלת.
let's put it very blunt. If your husband is looking for love, and he wants the love from you, and you don't love him, what is he going to do?
Go away.
He's going to find love from somebody else because he needs love. If you don't give him, the secretary will give him.
זה כולם הבינו, איזה יופי.
But if you love the way you're supposed to, because your husband is important, that's why you love him. The secretary is not important. So no competition. The same thing with children. If you no normal mother ever said to her children, if you don't love me, I'll find other children to love. Nobody ever said that. Why? Because the mother doesn't need love, she needs her children. So because the children are so important to her, she wants the child's respect, she wants her child's love, she wants her child's time, she wants her child's happiness. Everything about the child is important because it's your child. So, you don't need love from your husband, but you need your husband's love.
Wow.
His love you need, not love. And if you don't get his love, you have nobody to go to. You can't get his love from somebody else. So now let's understand. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Who are you talking to? Yisrael. And then you say, V'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha. In other words, V'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha means your love I want. Because you are Yisrael, your love I want. But I don't need love. I need you. So love me, spend time with me, or even hate me. But me. So when we're angry at HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's being Jewish. Somebody said, something terrible happened. And he said, I'm angry at God. I'm angry at him. Is that bad? Is he going to punish me? I said, when he made you that tragedy, he didn't know that you're going to be angry at him? He's naive. He knew. And it's okay. When somebody is important in your life, then that's who you love, and that's who you're angry at, and that's who you're disappointed with, and that's who you hate. Because they're important enough to hate. Somebody not important, you're not even going to bother hating them. An Israeli soldier was interviewed on the radio. The interviewer said, so you hate the Arabs? He says, no. He said, oh, come on. You must hate them. He says, no, I don't hate them because they're not that important.
Wow.
It was brilliant.
בעצם כל
I hate them. What are they, my relatives? In other words, they're not important enough to hate. That's important.
בקצרה, מישהו ששונא אותך, או אוהב אותך לצורך הדוגמה, הרב בעצם משווה את זה פה, שונא או אוהב, זה לא משנה. זה בגלל שאתה important בשבילו, בגלל שאתה חשוב בשבילו.
So, if marriage is not all about love, then what is it? Then what is marriage? Marriage is about becoming one. It's not good to be alone. A man without a wife is alone. A woman without a husband is alone. She could have a very good life, but it's alone. And God says, not good to be alone. But here's the problem. We're not talking about Isha and Gever. We're talking about a husband and a wife. People get married, a man and a woman. Traditional. But she doesn't become a wife and he doesn't become a husband. It's a man and a woman living together. So what's the problem? The problem is very simple. A man and a woman should never be together. Men are dangerous to women, and women are dangerous to men.
חד משמעית.
It's impossible for a man and a woman to have a healthy relationship. It's impossible. Because in order for them to get along, he has to be not so much of a man, and she has to be not so much a woman. So if a woman has a man in her life, she's already in trouble. And if a man has a woman in his life, he's already not a healthy man.
קיצר, אנחנו מחרפנים את הגברים. מחרפנים אותם.
That's why in marriage, he becomes a husband. She becomes a wife. A husband without a wife is not a husband. And a wife without a husband is not a wife. So they become one. They can't exist without. A man can exist better without a woman. A woman can exist better without a man. But a husband is no good without a wife, and a wife is no good without a husband. So, in order to become one, you have to have a husband and a wife, not a man and a woman. Why don't men want to become husbands? Because everybody makes fun of husbands. Why doesn't a woman want to become a wife? Because a wife is a miskina.
תוקפת כלים.
There's no glamour.
היא נהיית מסכנה.
איך אומרים glamour?
אין גלמר כמו ברווקות.
אין זוהר. There is no זוהר בלשטוף כלים ולנקות של תינוקים.
ולהיות אשתו של.
So I want to ask a very painful question.
אשתו של.
A really serious, painful question. Let's say you're married for 35 years. Your husband comes home from work and says, we just hired a new secretary.
Wow.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
סבבה.
לא הייתי מרגישה כלום, מה פשוט מאוד יש לו. אז מטרת
She wouldn't feel anything, he would just bring them, he would bring a מזכיר.
Now imagine You're 50 years old. Your husband comes home and says, we just hired a new secretary and she is gorgeous.
זה בעייתי.
הוא מזכיר, הוא לוקח לעבודה שלו מזכירה חדשה, והוא אומר, לקחתי מזכירה חדשה לעבודה, והיא מהממת,
Can say very, nice.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice.
לא, בטח יש
Very
עובד.
nice.
רבי.
Very professional. סתם.
No.
If a woman who is 50 years old has to compete with a 20-year-old secretary, this is a miserable life. How does any wife feel comfortable that her husband goes to work and there are young women there? How do you stay calm? How are you not anxious?
If I'm sure in my marriage and the relationship, why should I need to worry?
Why should you? Yes. You cannot trust a man. You can't. Even the man himself should not trust himself. So what do you trust?
רבי?
Trust in God.
No, listen, the truth is, you don't trust him. You trust marriage. If marriage is really marriage, then you can trust that the marriage is strong enough, not that he is strong enough. What is the marriage? If a man is not looking for love, and he's not looking for beauty, and he's not looking for yichus, and he's not looking for money, your money.
Blind man. You mean blind man?
He's looking for his zivug. He's looking for the other part of his neshama. Then 20-year-old women can be as gorgeous as they want, not his business. He's not interested in beautiful women. He's interested in being married. So it shouldn't be a problem that there are 20-year-old women who are gorgeous. Of course there are. But they're not his wife. And he's interested only in his wife. But if he married his wife because she's gorgeous, well then every gorgeous girl is going to be a competition. If he marries his wife because of love, if somebody else loves him more, she wins. Very much like a mother and her children. I never heard a mother say, my neighbor's children are much cuter than my children.
בוא נחליף.
Yeah. So I'll tell you an interesting story. I was standing over there on Kingston Avenue when I was in yeshiva. I was talking to my favorite teacher, a very, very smart man. And it was a pleasure to talk to him. As we're talking, a young couple came over to him, because he's also the Rav, and the wife said, Rabbi, isn't it true you're not allowed to take soup out of a pot on Shabbat? Tell my husband, he doesn't know. So the rabbi said, wait. To take soup out of a pot with a spoon, with a ladle? Yeah. While the soup is on the fire? Yeah. On Shabbat? Yeah. He said, whoa, that's complicated. I have to go home and do research. You'll call me in the house later and I'll tell you. So they walked away. I'm standing looking at him like, what? You're not allowed to cook on Shabbat, right? If you mix the soup, it's cooking. Mixing is cooking. So if the soup is standing on the fire, you're not allowed to take out soup because you're mixing it. You have to take it off the fire. What do you mean it's complicated? Every kid in yeshiva knows you have to take it off the fire. Why didn't you just tell her that she's right? And he said, and make the husband look ignorant to his wife? Not allowed to do that. Because she said, tell him he doesn't know. So he wanted to show her that that's not, you don't talk like that. No? But he did it so naturally. He didn't have to think for a second. He immediately said, not so simple. Don't make your husband sound stupid. And I was like impressed for the rest of my life.
Wow.
When you're talking to a married couple, you're talking to a holy institution. To say something that makes the wife not respect the husband, or the husband not respect the wife, you're not allowed. Because more than love, much more than love, a husband and a wife have to have respect.